On the 19th of June 2005, F1 died in the USA. What happened? A controversy took place that is still talked about today. That controversy is the 2005 US Grand Prix. First of all, the race took place at Indianapolis Racecourse, which F1 had used since 2000 and utilised the infamous banking as a final turn of the 2.6 mile long circuit. Previous to the Indy 500, the entire speedway, which included the final turn, was diamond ground to make it smoother and grippier. The two tyre suppliers were Michelin and Bridgestone, and this was in the middle of the tyre war, so all the tyres were as good as they could be, as fast as they could be, and as soft as they could be. As of that season, the FIA had banned mid-race tyre changes in an attempt to stop the Ferrari and Bridgestone dominance. On the Friday, Ralf Schumacher had a crash at the final corner because of a tyre failure. The crash, which was at the same corner as the previous year where he broke his back, so it was deja vu, but this time he was okay. This meant that the FIA had to have a look at the Michelin tyre teams because the team that he raced for, Toyota, had Michelin tyres. The teams running the Michelin tyres were McLaren, Williams, Toyota, Red Bull, BAR, Renault, Spot and Sauber. The Bridgestone teams were Ferrari, Minardi and Jordan, who later became Spiker. Check out my video I made covering them. Michelin decided to send out new tyres just in case that there had been a bad set and hopefully to stop a repeat of what had happened to Ralf Schumacher. In his place came Ricardo Zonta, who then in free practice 3 had a crash at the final turn similar to Ralf the previous day, and all of a sudden the FIA and Max Mosley had to work out what to do, otherwise there could be a repeat of the previous couple of days and drivers' lives in danger. In qualifying the next session, after Zonta's crash, the Toyota of Jarno Trulli put it on pole and looked to win their only race. However, overnight, the FIA and the teams come up with several plans and ideas to stop the tyres exploding at the final corner. A few ideas included adding a chicane at the final corner. However, that was not going to happen as Jean Todt, the advisor at Ferrari, now the boss of the FIA, said, "No, it's not our problem," and this could not happen due to Ferrari's veto power, which means that they can override an action happening in the rules. Another idea was to run the race as a non-championship event to keep the fans entertained. However, Max Mosley refused and said that if anything were to happen other than the original plan for the race, the FIA would pull all officials from the race. But the team said, "Okay, we'll just put our own staff in the position of the officials." Seeing this, the FIA decided to stop that decision, fearing the teams would just continue to have their members as the officials from now on and threaten motorsport and the FIA as a whole. One idea was that the Michelin teams would pit every 10 or so laps, but was told to be unfair as they could not properly race. The next day, the media was asking, what is the solution to the tyre issues? The drivers set off for the formation lap, and it looked as if a miracle had happened and all was resolved, but then they come round to start the race and the Michelin runners pulled into the pits. The whole F1 world was shocked. The 6 drivers from Ferrari, Minardi and Jordan pulled up to start. The lights went out and the race started. During the race, beer cans and all sorts of rubbish were thrown onto the track in protest, and signs saying, "Give us our money back." F1 sucks and FIA sucks signs were shown. Later, Schumacher and Barrichello finished first and second, and third was Montero with his first and only F1 podium, and the last for Jordan, who would then become Midland, who would then become Spiker, who would then become Force India, who would then become Racing Point, then Aston Martin for 2021. When collecting the trophies, Echo's booed around the track, as people were quite annoyed, to be honest, as they paid all that money for nothing. The Ferrari drivers walked off in shame because of what happened, but Montero celebrated, spraying the champagne and enjoying the time because he would never have that opportunity again. Because of the controversy, F1 in the US had died, and the US Grand Prix at Indianapolis continued until 2007, then it left the calendar and never returned. In 2012, the US Grand Prix returned, but this time to the Circuit of Americas, where it stands today. That is the story of the 2005 US Grand Prix farce. Now, if you've enjoyed the video, it would really help if you like and subscribe. And also, check out Aidan Millward's video. He covered this very well. And yeah, that's all I've got to say. So if you enjoyed, like I said, like and subscribe. I'll see you later. Bye.